Hey everybody, I am Kerry from K-Mac Customs, and this is my 48 Plymouth, the Cry Baby Coupe. So today what we're going to be doing is we're going to be removing the fenders that I test fit, and we're going to remove the radiator and get the motor and transmission out of this so we can make it look a little nicer and kind of do some hop-up stuff to it. Thanks to Andy Birnbaum, we actually have some really nice parts for it. We have a new water pump, new gaskets, carb rebuild kits. We got all kinds of cool stuff that we're going to show you how to do. But first thing is first, we got to get the motor out of it. So we actually have a helper today, Ken. All right, stay tuned. Here comes the motor pull. All right, so first thing we're going to do is we're going to get rid of the radiator hoses and then pull the radiator, or at least get it loose so we can get it out easier. So to pull this, you see you have your clamp on there, and then you have 1, 2, 3 screws holding it on. So that should be it to get that off. And then we'll take core support out and all that stuff too. So as you can see, the motor's not too pretty right now, but it'll be real pretty when we get done with it. So plus the cool thing is we got a brand new radiator from Birnbaum's that fits right in. It bolts right back in the original spot, and it should help keep it a lot cooler, especially once we put the air conditioning and everything in it. All right, so what we're gonna be looking at now is to get that core support off. There are some bolts up in there that you can't quite see, but I'll show them to you when we get them out. So here's the underneath of the car. As you can see, it's not too bad, but the cool part, this is where we fixed everything. So all this is gonna be painted with truck bed liner. This is 8 3/4 that we got in. It's a B-body 8 3/4, and they fit right in. We got a T5 for it with an adapter plate so we can drive on the expressway. We will put this up so we can see the rest of it. All right, so I want to show you guys when you do this, all you have to do is loosen those 2 bolts, those 2 bolts. So that's like the front of your motor. That's the front motor mount. And now Ken's on the back now. He's doing the transmission mounts, which go right up there. Ours are a little different because of having the T5 adapter and stuff in it. But they're right up there in the transmission cross member. So I got to mark where the little holes go for the fenders, because that's why I put them on. I just never did it. Okay. And then we could yank the whole front end in one piece.
Nope.
Front end's off. So I am going to do a shameless plug here, in case you guys have never seen these. Summit Racing came out with their own electric or battery powered tools. I actually really like these. We actually have the full lineup here at the shop too. Now you'll see us being kind of rough with the wiring and stuff just because I have a new harness. We aren't going to need it, so it'll be much easier that way, just pulling it all out at the same time. Hope you guys enjoy the view of Ken's butt. So what we're doing now is we are putting the chain on it so we can pull the motor and transmission all in one. I literally just cleaned all of that up. Look at this. I just cleaned the entire floor, and look at all the... Look at the mess he's made.
I'm cold.
You're always cold. You're cold. All right, so what we did, we got the front motor mounts loose. We got the rear transmission mounts loose. So there's only, what, 6 bolts? 2, 4, 6? Yep. 6 bolts you gotta loosen up. You gotta get rid of the throttle linkage. You gotta take that off. You know, disconnect your hoses and all that stuff.
Took the manifold off.
Took the manifold off, so we had a good place to bolt to over here, and then we took the starter off so we could run the chain through the starter hole in the bell housing. Other than that, I mean, it's pretty straightforward, pretty easy process. I'm gonna take the throttle pedal assembly off the bell crank so we can get it so it's a little easier and he doesn't dent my firewall, which he's trying to do pretty good right now, so it'll come out.
Yeah.
Never mind.
All right, go ahead. There it is.
All right, so there we have it. We got our motor out. There is the original bell housing, T5 adapter, and our T5 mock-up. We have the real T5 sitting over there in our pile of parts by Ken. Look at him, look at him. Look at him go. That was the weirdest thumbs up ever, too.
I'm not made for TV.
So next we're gonna try and get the bell housing off, get the transmission off, and then put the motor on an engine stand so we can start cleaning it and getting it ready to paint up and make it look a whole lot better. All right, so we got the engine on the stand. Now it's time to start, I guess, taking stuff off it, huh? So one of the good things we're doing is we have a bucket that we're putting all of our stuff that we that we're gonna blast so we can get it all cleaned up all at one time, kind of. You got the fan off yet?
Nope, I got loose. Need to grab the crowbar behind you.
All right, so there you go. We got got it torn down. We're just gonna finish up, kind of cleaning it up a little bit, and then we're gonna try and take the head off. And we'll meet you back when we get the head off and the side covers off.